Monza. Well, I made it home. I've been checking out this new Monza. Too bad I'm so far behind on videos. That badge too high. I thought that badge was lower. I've been working on the engine. I got her started up. The battery was dead, so I put in another used battery. It came in a Hyundai that I bought years ago, and it's from 2006. I've been keeping it on charge, and I turned the key and it started up first click. Didn't touch the gas, nothing. Whoop! I already got a tack that I bought at a car show a couple years ago. Where did I buy that? Sturbridge. Crank her up! And we got a howl from the fan. What is howling? Alternator? Idler? Or the fan? Like my tachometer? Old school. Radatron. I'm gonna put that on, clean it up, figure out how to wire it up. It's got 3 wires, red, white, and black. Can't be too hard. Engine mount busted. Needs a new engine mount. It's got the blue daub on the oil filter adapter, so it means the head nuts were tightened at the factory. So I've been tinkering with it a little bit. Miss CCW is going to be back in a minute. She went to the bank. She's going to holler at me. Scrap that blue truck. Play with this in the spring when I have time. Never have time. So I'm not sure what's howling. I could have brought my stethoscope over, but I didn't think about it. So, like any almost 50-year-old car, needs a bit of work, which is no problemo at all. We'll fix her up. We'll fix her up. Sounds quiet enough. Alternator. Look, pulley's bent. Or the shaft is bent. Look at that. Yep, alternator is junk. Hear it rumbling? Funny, this car was in Lake Placid in 1996, and I was there too, but I didn't get to see it, or didn't know it was there. There's so many cars there. But a fellow drove it to Lake Placid. I think he bought it in 95 and drove it to Lake Placid, a long way from Detroit. Give me a minute. I'll figure it out. I got my greaser here. Tool, fan bearing greasing with O-ring, and I even have an adapter without O-ring. I don't know what that is. C640 Clark. C5729, 5728. Got lots of goodies here. Need some parts. Need some stuff. Black distributor cap, engine mount, alternator. Just a few odds and ends underneath the fenders, way in there. It's all full of junk, has to be vacuumed out, it shouldn't rust. Well, fix her up. Get that bearing greased. Alright, got my greaser adapter on. This is one that I bought recently in Palm Springs. I had another one that I only used a few times in the 25 years that I've had it, so still pretty greased in the top bearing, but it's not the problem. But it still could use a bit of grease. Who knows if it's ever been greased in its 47-year existence or 48-year. Oop. I think that's all it needs. I've only done this a couple of times and it was 20 years ago, so I forget how much grease to put in. Maybe not very much. Where does it force out of? I was going to say make sure you use good quality grease, but what's bad quality grease? It's a pretty simple piece of steel. Some holes drilled in it, a recess with an O-ring. Force the grease into the bearing. Some more in maybe. Some people are of the thought that you're just forcing the bad grease into the rollers or the ball bearings, like on the early model rear wheel bearing. You're just pushing the old grease through the ball bearings and actually making a situation worse. And any pumps. Maybe I should call my friend with the junkyard in Indiana, Mikey, where I have my ramp side. Hate to disturb him, he's always busy working on stuff. Phone calls are a pain. Get into long stories and I tell him too many things and I hate to bug him. I yak too much. He doesn't watch videos, he only has dial-up, so no videos. I'll call him right now. Don't go away.
With the bike, and the other thing is
YouTube's watching. Nope. Nope. How many pumps to put in, so oop, I think it's full. Yeah, I heard it squishing. Yep.
yeah, so why are you putting in more?
Some's good, more is better. Too much is best.
That's not what you say to me.
There we go. All filled up. All filled up. Yep, I over-greased her. Now I can take off this adapter and grease can smear onto the engine because it goes right down into the cylinders, which you can barely see.